Kraken Pod After Dark, baby. Is it even after dark if it's the middle of the day? It is 2:42 p.m. Central Standard Time right now. The Kraken just got done playing. Happy MLK Day. Hopefully, most of y'all have the day off today and got to watch some afternoon hockey, which is fucking overrated. Afternoon hockey sucks. I'd much rather watch it at night. Vibes were weird. Man, I'll give a minute or two for people to hop in. I'm not sure what the showing is going to be, but it's all good. Holy shit. I did not like the vibes going into today at all. As always, I will go over the game notes and then, obviously comments and whatever. We will get into that. I will say that I did not feel good going into this game. I have a buddy of mine who's a Penguins fan. He was texting me, talking a little bit of shit. And he was actually giving us credit. He was like, yeah, I think y'all are gonna beat us. Like, this is how the Penguins are playing. And I'm just like, dude, I don't like the vibes at all. I think the streak ends today. Obviously, knock on wood for that. I'm not, rooting for anything bad to happen, and he was like, why do you think that? And I sent him like a laundry list of shit. I was like, we're missing 2 forwards. We're missing our best defenseman, who is also the leading point scorer on the team. Joey Decord, for some fucking reason, is in net. And I will talk about that because that decision pissed me off. I disagree with Hackstall 1,000,000% on starting Decord, and now we have Chris Driedger going against a really good New York Rangers team in the Garden tomorrow in 27 hours. Like, Joey Decord earned that start. And I'd rather have a rested Joey Decord ready to go against a better team in the Rangers than for him to get the start today in a game that we didn't really. I'm not saying it didn't matter who we had in net today, but we didn't lose because of the goalie play. So today was the day for Driedger to start in net. If we're out Beniers, we're out Burakovsky, we're out Vince Dunn prior to puck drop, and then after the first period, we're out Adam Larson. Why the fuck is Joey playing in net? Why? I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't like none of that makes any fucking sense to me. Chris Driedger is your goalie in net. So now I'm fucking getting heated. I don't understand. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I don't think the outcome of the game would have been any different. But Hackstall knew about those injuries and illnesses prior to puck drop today, and for whatever reason decided that starting Joey Decord made the most sense. I don't understand that mentality at all. I'll get into that in a second. Let me go over game notes and then we can talk about it, right? So here we go. Monday afternoon game, MLK Day. The Kraken are in Pittsburgh looking for their 10th win in a row, which would continue to extend that winning streak. And we find out right before puck drop that, again, Matty Beniers, Vince Dunn, and Andre Burakovsky are out. Burakovsky, we're not really too surprised about anymore. I've nicknamed him Bubble Boy Berkey. And it's not a fucking knock on the guy. I obviously want him to be healthy, but the guy's always hurt, man. It is what it is. So when you see him on an injury report, it's like that fucking gif. It's like the, oh shit, here we go again. Like that's how it is. Beniers, he had the concussion issues last season, starting when he had that hit that he sustained in the game against Vancouver. The obvious thing to point to is the hit that he took against the boards by Sillinger 2 nights ago against Columbus. The hit that Vince Dunn came in and defended him, right? And fuck Sillinger up. The Kraken go on a power play. Bjorkstrand, the former Blue Jacket, he scores, momentum shifts, game over. There's a good chance that Beniers, precautionary, might be in a protocol. There might be something going on, but they obviously decided that he's not going to play today. Based off of that hit and what we saw against Columbus, I'm not too surprised. Vince Dunn is a fucking total shocker. I think they mentioned that it was an illness. And this is conspiracy theory, which this is Jeff's specialty. My conspiracy theory after Adam Larson didn't come back after the first period is that those boys were fucking boozing somewhere, that they had a day off. It's been a long road trip and they were fucking sipping grandpa's cough medicine. That's not, I haven't heard anything. That's not something that's been floated out there. I'm just having a little bit of fun with it because if I don't fucking laugh at this game, I'm going to be really upset. So I don't know what's going on, but for whatever reason, we lost our top pairing defenseman. I just wouldn't have been surprised if the boys went out and tied one on last night. I'm just saying they're fucking hockey players. And afterwards, there was some chemistry because Adam Larson gave, Vince Dunn the Davy Jones hat in the locker room. They're obviously on the top pairing defenseman. It's not wild to think that on their day off, they went out and had some fun. Columbus to Pittsburgh, not a big travel day. They had the day off. Go out and fuck around a little bit. I hope that's not the case, by the way, because that means that we lost our top two defensemen who also provide scoring on the back end for the Seattle Kraken because they went out and got a little fucked up. But here's the reality. We will never know. It's just a fun conspiracy theory I have, whatever. After the first period, the score is 0-0. So the Kraken are obviously well within the game, despite not looking all that good and despite all the injuries. The second period is when things get weird. Within a couple of minutes, we start to notice, wait, where's Adam Larson? What's been going on with him? Root Sports broadcast, Forsland, they call it out. Hey, Adam Larson is not on the bench. Twitter goes fucking crazy, including myself being like, what's going on here? And then early on in the second, the Pens make it 1-0. Drew O'Connor is left wide the fuck open. The Kraken get caught on a change. He receives a feed. Joey Decord stands no chance, 1-0. Still in the second period here, Crosby makes it 2-0. Just an absolute fucking laser from Crosby, which, the only positive news for me on this game is that he's on my fantasy team. So anyways, no one cares about that, so I won't talk about it. This is, by the way, the 2-0 deficit is the largest deficit that the Seattle Kraken have had since fucking December 18th. And that was when they played the Dallas Stars. They lost that game 4-3 in overtime. And they have not had a double. Sorry, I'm so fucking my face is itchy. I gotta clean this facial hair up a little bit. Also, I need a haircut. Look at this. Talk about a fucking hockey flow. I got some shit. Anyways. And they haven't had a deficit like that for this whole winning streak. So being down 2-0 is a big deal. Let's see how the boys are going to respond. There's a lot of hockey left. I don't know. It doesn't look good. The second period was arguably the worst period. No, not overall for the whole season. Scratch that, because the Kraken have played really bad hockey prior to the winning streak, and we will forget about that because of how well they've been playing as of late. But as far as this winning streak is concerned, the Seattle Kraken, that's by far the worst period they've had since the streak. Absolutely. Third period, still a little tight. Canner bangs 2 off the crossbars. Just can't get them to go in. Not generating enough offense either. It's just a weird, I don't know what's going on. It doesn't really matter. Kraken, pull goalie, couple minutes left in the game, down 2, hoping to generate a little bit of something. The boys are creating some offensive pressure, and lo and behold, Sidney motherfucking Crosby ends up empty netting us, just kicking us in the fucking dick. So anyways, the Kraken lose 3-0. They get blanked. The winning streak is over at 9. It is what it is, man. Weird fucking vibes. Like I just I didn't like it. I already mentioned earlier, a couple minutes ago, whatever. I had Pens fans texting me being like, "Oh shit, apparently we're fucking arch rivals today." And I'm just like, I don't think this game is going to go well for the Seattle Kraken. And here are the reasons why. The vibes were fucking off. Like that. Y'all know how it is. You watch every single game and you try to watch as many games as you possibly can. You follow the team closely. You see what's going on. When something's off, you fucking know it. And it showed today. And I just don't know, even without the additional loss of, that's a weird way of phrasing it, the extra loss of Adam Larson after the first period, to go into Pittsburgh when you're this gassed, and again, Decord's in net, what the fuck are we doing? Anyways, when you're this gassed and you're missing Burakovsky, Beniers, and Vince Dunn, good luck. Like, you're already going to have to, like I tweeted out right when the game was starting, the boys are going to have to dig deep in order to get a win. And then you lose Adam Larson. So it's like, cool, we just lost our top defensive pairing. Anyways, let's get into the comments. This might be a quick Kraken Pod after dark. I mean, it's still light out, so y'all get to see this fantastic light in my my guest room. But all right, I'm getting some water, and then let's go over some comments. By the way, whatever y'all want to talk about, as always, drop it in the comments. We'll talk about it. Also, if you are here, please give a thumbs up to the live stream. Much appreciated. Megan, I didn't even have to ask you today, which is why I love you. Don't make it weird. It's only weird if you make it weird. 8 a.m. in Australia. Just woke up, missed the game. I swear to God, Australia, where you are at is the best time for watching hockey. You're either watching hockey for us, a night game for you is the middle of the afternoon, or in a situation like this where we get early hockey, you wake up and you don't miss out on this game. I completely forgot to mention something, and I just noticed my notifications are going kind of bonkers. I completely forgot to call out, and I don't know if it would have changed the outcome of the game in terms of a win or a loss. And this is not me being a homer. I try to be pretty objective. I call things out as I see it, including against the Seattle Kraken. Like, hey, Haxtell, what are you doing not having Drieg start today? And you know what fucking annoys me about that? I don't think any member of the media is going to ask. And God, what I would give to have access to that locker room, because I would be that guy to be like, why did Joey get the start in net? Which would not get me anywhere. Honestly, all that would do was piss off Haxtell, and then he would give me some bullshit response that would provide no insight. So it's a lose-lose. Anyways, the thing I forgot to mention was, and again, this is me really trying to be objective here, what the fuck was going on with the calls or lack thereof on the ice today? I mean, legitimately. It started very, very early in the game. Turbo, again, ex-Penguin, and if he can't get this call in Pittsburgh, then no one's going to get a call. Clear breakaway, about to have a one-on-one with the goalie for a chance for the Kraken to go up 1-0 in the first period, and he gets the hook. I mean, he gets hooked hard. There's no call. There was at one point in time where there was a blatant cross-check, no call. There was another point, too many men on the ice. They were switching guys out 15, 20 feet away from the fucking bench, no call. I don't know what was going on. It got to the point where Edzo is on the broadcast and he is fucking livid. The dude is just laying into the refs. It was wild to see. I am convinced that Penguins fans live in fucking delusion, because I had Penguins fans texting me being like, well, apparently a fucking I didn't realize that if you hit somebody beneath the waist, that counts as going high. It's like, dude, you all game were getting everything called in your favor or not called in your favor and or not called in your favor. Don't be texting me complaining about the rest when this was a fucking ref job. Like, there's no way you're that delusional about shit. The one thing I had to give refs credit on is at least they were consistent. They consistently did not call shit against Pittsburgh today. But kudos to Edzo for calling it out on the broadcast multiple times. Like, the dude was not having any of it. He's like, this is fucking ridiculous. Obviously, he did not say fucking ridiculous. But yeah, it was insane. So I have to make a note. I need more coffee. I had to make a note of that. I'm sorry. Anyways, Megan, member of the Kraken Pod Fam, who again, as you cannot, if you cannot tell by the Aussie 12, is in Australia where it's 8 a.m. and you missed the game and not sure I will even watch the replay. I'm telling you right now, it's not worth the watch. It's fucking depressing. James backs up Megan. I wouldn't waste my time. If I were you, I'd rather whip myself with a rusted chain than sit through that again. It was trash. The vibes were fucking off. It is what it is. Audio, the ATH M50s. I don't think so. These are. Yeah, dude. So these are Sony's. Boop. Check these out. This is what I'm rocking with right here. Sony Studio Monitor. I don't know. They're pretty standard, but they get the job done. These are MDR 7506. I'm a big fan of these headphones. They get the job done. And the mic is a Shure mic, but every person that does anything with mics, they all get Shures because Shures are fucking great. Yeah. Okay, so this kind of just gives me a reason to talk about what I really want to talk about, which is why the fuck. In response to Driggs, God damn it, I can't stop yawning. I'm sorry. 1 second. I was up working until 1:30, 2 a.m. and I got up at 7. So give me a second here. I'm sorry. It's not about, for me, my take on Hackstall fucking up and not starting Driggs and giving Joey the start had nothing to do with who would have done better. I don't know if the outcome would have been the same. Quite honestly, I don't think it would have been, because the issue tonight was not goaltending. It was the Kraken were out 3 key players to start the game, and then after the first period, we're out 4. And with Dunn and Larson out, just them 2 alone, you're missing your top 2 defensemen, your top defensive pairing. And again, like Nick Olczyk pointed out in the post-game report, you're also missing out on guys that provide offensive production to the back end of the Seattle Kraken. That is a lot to overcome. The reason why I'm fucking annoyed and I think Hackstall made the wrong move is, when's the last time Joey Decord did not start and ride out the entire game? I know that he's younger than Driggs. So what, his recovery time is faster. I'm annoyed by it because Joey deserves, after how well he's been playing, he fucking deserves a rest. And if there's any game you're going to do that to, and by the way, for some reason this year, Pittsburgh has not, and I don't have the stats in front of me, and if someone wants to pull that up, great. If not, I don't give a fuck. For some reason this season, Pittsburgh has not been good against backup goaltending, legitimately. I don't know why that is. It's like a weird anomaly, but there's been enough games to where it's not just a coincidence anymore. The boys didn't look all put together against Columbus, but thankfully they were playing a bad team, so they found a way to win that game 7-4. I was very proud of them for that because, again, this is a long fucking road trip. The Kraken found a way to win. but Joey deserves a break. He has started every single game on the road. It's a fucking grind. Oh, and then on top of that, you have a much better team. Like, the Penguins are 6th in the Metro currently. Tomorrow, the Seattle Kraken play the first team in the Metro, in the New York Rangers, who are one of the best teams in the league. You know what I want against one of the best teams in the league? I want our hottest goaltender fully fucking rested, ready to go. That's what I want. I want Joey Decord in net. And also, with how good he's been playing this season, he deserves to get the start in the Garden, because the Garden is a special place. Joey Decord has earned the right to start that game. And if you throw that out the window, throw that out, which, whatever. Again, I want our hottest goalie going against the better team after he's gotten some rest. Those 2 points aside, Haxtell fucking knew that the Kraken would be out Dunn, Burakovsky, and Beniers, and he still was like, put Joey in net. Like, that's the fucking time that you start Driegs. I mean, what are we doing? It didn't really matter who was in net today at all. It matters a lot tomorrow. And I'm not saying Driegs can't get it done tomorrow, but the setup should have been Joey gets rest today because he starts against the better team in the Garden. That's not what happened. And I don't think the outcome of today would have been the same, but setting up the team moving forward, I think it would have been made a huge difference. I don't understand why Hack made this decision. It is what it is, but it's too late now. Yeah, I agree. Because after the Rangers, it's the Oilers. So now you have to play Driggs tomorrow and give Joey the time off, because then Joey has to go against, Connor McDavid and fucking Leon Draisaitl in Edmonton, who, I mean, our winning streak just ended. They were the number 1 hottest team in the NHL. We were right behind them. He had an illness. I'm pretty sure Dunn had an illness too. They either went out and got shit-faced or flu season got them both. Either way, those dudes are going to be on a fucking IV drip for the next 24 hours and just getting a fucking, rub down via masseuse and until they feel right, because there's no way in shit we're playing against the Rangers without those guys. They would have to fucking Jordan flu game it, but they're going to pump them full of so many fucking IVs and steroid, whatever needs to get done, feel better. Woke up at 8 a.m. here in Hawaii to watch the game. Jesse, I appreciate your commitment. I'm sorry that you woke up to watch that shit. Just Steve. Yeah, Steve, you're very lucky. You're very lucky as well. So there you go. I don't know. No, this is another good comment here. Sorry, I'm reading the comments as I'm talking. And also, like, it's weird I can't stop yawning. I only got a couple hours of sleep, and it's weird doing Kraken Pod after dark, because after this, I got to go back to work and go. And by the way, we're about to get a freeze tonight. And in New Orleans, when there's a freeze and it's humid, right? So you get the moisture with the freeze. Pipes start breaking. It's a whole fucking ordeal. What is going on here? All right. I will tell you what, Jesse. And the comment was, what do you think about Berkey being out again and just his overall health as being a liability? It's I mean, you said it right there. It's a liability. He is a liability. I love the guy to death. You can't rely on him anymore. I mean, I won't be surprised if the Kraken end up trading him away or something like that, because, there could be a playoff team that's vying for a spot that could take it's high. God damn it. I'm sorry. High risk, high reward with Berkey, because if you get him healthy, it's a top 6 winger. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Would Joey have said to Hack that he wanted to play this game? He could have. Knowing his personality, He's a guy that always wants to play. Like, you would have to drag him off the ice. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, Hackstall's the one that has the call. So even if Joey came to him and he was like, I'm playing tonight, Hack makes the call. So that's it. 6 a.m. in Japan. Dude, we got Australia. We got Japan. I fucking love this. What's up, Jay? Yeah, I can't believe that you woke up at 6 a.m. to watch that. That's absolutely fucking brutal. But dude, shout out to Jay, member of the Kraken Pod Fam, checking in from Japan. I fucking love you guys. Like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Megan in Australia, please have some coffee for me. I'm about to actually go make some more, and then I got to run to the store to stock up on food before all the pipes freeze tonight. So that's it. All right, I'm going through one last comment here, and then I'm signing off because I got to get rolling. James, and just shout out to James as always because he's an OG. When you guys talked to the Avalanche podcast last year, by the way, before I read the rest of this comment and then address it, if you haven't listened to that episode, I actually encourage you to go back and do so. It was super fucking informative. So basically, the network that we are a part of, the Hockey Podcast Network, they have a podcast that basically covers every NHL team. We know the guys from the Avalanche podcast. Their podcast is called Tell It Avs It Is. They're very punny. And we basically talked to them for like an hour and a half. We did a full breakdown of the Avalanche and the Kraken and that kind of a matchup. And if you remember right, your boy, me, legitimately predicted the Kraken to win that series in 7. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to give you all free advice here. Anyways, those guys are cool. The Avs can sprechen sie dick, but the Tell It Avs It Is guys are cool. But anyways, that's what James is referring to. They said that Berkey was the same way with them. He would shred it for 6 months and be out for injury, rinse, wash, and repeat. They did say that. They also said that he would at times be really hot and show up. And they would be like, this is the Berkey we know and fucking love. Let's go. And then there'd be other times where he just completely disappear. And then we get injured and then be gone. So they flat out told us that after watching him, for a handful of years with the Colorado Avalanche. So they were legitimately trying to warn us, like, oh, by the way, we love Berkey, solid dude, love him on the Avs. Here's the issues, and the issues have verbatim played out the same exact way that they said it would, and what they experienced with the Avalanche. So, anyways. That's it for Kraken Pod After Dark, which is weird because it's still light outside. I will be back tomorrow after the Rangers game, man. We're keeping this thing fucking rolling. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. I love you all. I need to go get more coffee. Got a long day ahead of me. To everybody is here. If you have the day off, I hope you enjoy yourself. If you got to work, I'm sorry. Go and do the thing. Please hit the thumbs up on this stream, like it, and all that good shit. I love you, Kraken Pod Fam. You guys are great. We got Australia and Japan chiming in now. Shout out to Megan and Jay. That's fucking incredible. I'm going to keep doing this thing as often as I can. I'll be back tomorrow after the Rangers game. Let's turn this shit around. Dreeks is probably going to be in net, and I'm still fucking annoyed. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.